about Robert Monroe, and if you have not watched her lecture, it is in YouTube. It's very good. So Natalia, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. Do you hear me? Okay. I will tell you about Robert Monroe, who was a pioneer of talking openly about out-of-body experience. He wrote 3 books. Today we'll talk about the second book. The second book with the name Far Journey. Out of body, Journey Out of Body. So after publishing his first book, he started to receive letters from all cities of America and then from all other countries with big bags, because there were so many letters, and people wrote him, "Thank you very much for talking openly about it." And people who did not have out-of-body experience, they wrote him, "We would like to be with you, we would like to explore with you, we would like to help you." And many of them came to Virginia, where Robert Monroe lived at that moment, and they created a new building, and new Monroe Institute was founded at this very moment after publishing the second book. From the very first lines of the second book, Robert Monroe compared that if you drive all your life in local roads, you will never ever understand those who drive their cars on the highways. Why? Because when you are in the highway, you cannot explain to those people who are driving only along the local roads all the feelings and everything what happened with them in the highways. Because then he discovered that being in other consciousness state, it was very difficult for him to explain to people from our third dimensional consciousness what it was there in other consciousness state. People came to him and they started to make exploration. All volunteers came after their work. They worked for the whole day, then they had a dinner and came, and it was very difficult for them to lay down with electrodes on their head for exploration of their own consciousness. And but you know what it is? It is such a telling that necessity is the mother of everything, and to make people to be awake, not to fall asleep, they decided to use sound in the air, and they discovered that when they have some sound in the air, their brain started to work in the same frequency, and both hemispheres of the brain started to work in the same frequency. And they found out that this discovery, they decided to make their first patent, to register their first patent about this process and this technique. And they name it HemiSync, which means synchronizing 2 hemispheres of the brain. Then they discovered that using HemiSync, they decided to make their first public seminar for people to experience other states of consciousness. How they did it? They think that they found a sound that goes into the ear and that synchronizes the 2 hemispheres of the brain, and it was the state when body was asleep but mind is awakened. So and they give the name of this state Focus 10. Focus 10, it's nothing, it's just the terminology, but it was very first discovery where you can go and be consciousness and your body is sleeping. The name of this first program was Getaway program. Then what they did, Robert Monroe compares our consciousness with a dark forest. It is very fearful to go to the dark forest, to go to the unknown territory, because the fear is the barrier that do not allow people to go and to explore other states of consciousness. That's why they did this. They created this Focus 10 first and trained people to go from their usual consciousness to this to state in this Focus 10. If you go to and fro, to and back, it is not fearful anymore for you. Then they created, because when you are in the Focus 10, in this state of consciousness, you can see your home, your usual consciousness, and because of it, it is not scary anymore for you. Then they created another focus level, 10, then 12, then 15. 12. If you go from Focus 10 to another point, Focus 12, it will be also not scary for you, because you go from the Focus 10 to 12 and back to there and back, and it go not to be fearful for you anymore. So, but Focus 12 was different from Focus 10, because in Focus 12, all data that is receiving from your 5 consciousness is shut off. You are free of all consciousness that you can receive from our 5 senses. That's why you started to be in such state of consciousness where you didn't receive anything from your 5 senses. So you can meet some healing guides, or you can meet your guides, whatever can happen in Focus 12. So, but when you go from 10 to 12 and then back, it's also not scary for you anymore. And Robert Monroe wrote that with the fear barrier dissolved, one of the greatest gifts to the human species comes into full play. It's curiosity. So now you are not scary. Now you have your curiosity to find more what you can receive from other states of consciousness.
So they'll put these people in this state of consciousness with a sound wave?
Yes. Participants usually have their earbuds. Headphones. Yes, they hear the music, and this music was changed. First 10, then 12, then back 10, then 12, and person is not fearful anymore. It's easy for him. Then 15 and
sound in the beginning when they started the hemi-sync. The hemi-sync was done by a sound that they put it in?
Yes.
What type of sound was does he say it in the book?
When you are in this seminar and you have this headphone, you don't hear the frequency. You hear some pleasant music. That's it.
Oh,
but the frequency which goes into your ear and into your both hemispheres of your brain works with your brain. That's why the consciousness changed.
That's what he called the hemi-sync.
Yes,
Gotcha.
this technology,
Right.
and they had a patent about it. Then, when they started to do this public program, public seminars, they decided that before each session, each participant will say affirmation. I am more than my physical body. Because I am more than physical matter, I can perceive that which is greater than the physical world. Therefore, I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know, to understand, to control, to use such greater energies and energy system as may be beneficial and constructive to me and to those who follow me. Then they noticed that all volunteers and all participants, they hope that they will find in all this other state of consciousness somebody with whom they can communicate, some other consciousness like our consciousness in this planet. But they could not do this. Or they explore different solar systems, different stars, universes. The universe was empty, and it was very disappointing for them. But then they added to their affirmation before each session other words. Also, I deeply desire the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience are equal to or greater than my own. I ask their guidance and protection from any influence that can be not my stated desires. After they added for the affirmation this paragraph, something changed, because now each volunteer who participated in exploration, they call them explorers, started to have some contact during their out-of-body experience. They started to have different contacts, and the very first part of the book is about their reporting whom they met. They did not met somebody like people. They met energies and entities of different kinds. But it was already a lot of information. I will not tell you all these adventures because the book is very long. But after several years of exploration, they decided, they came to some conclusions, and I will read you these conclusions. First of all humans move into the out-of-body state during sleep. Falling asleep is simply a process of moving out of phase with physical time-space. Second, a form of dynamic energy is present in all carbon-based organic life. Means us. Human consciousness is a vibrational pattern, multi-layered, and of many interacting and resonating frequencies. It responds to and acts upon patterns from external sources. It responds to and acts upon patterns from external sources, but it should resonate. If you have some frequency in your mind, in your brain, you can follow only those patterns from external source with whom you resonate. Your thoughts, your mind resonates. Human and other patterns of consciousness are inherently non-physical. As such, they are not time-space dependent. Once released from physical form, they move into environment in accordance with the energy generated by each one. They move into environment which resonate with what is inside this consciousness. No belief system, action, or thought incurred during an existence in time-space can can alter this basic process. In short, like it or not, you are going to continue to do and continue to be after you can no longer hang in there physically. Whenever you leave your physical form, you continue to be and you continue to live. This is conclusions of many years of explorations. And what they discovered also during their explorations, that all other intelligent species use what we now call non-verbal communications. So the explorations were done in other state of consciousness. And when they go to other state of consciousness, they do not use their language in our understanding. They use non-verbal communication. It is something far more than what we label body language, telepathy, remote viewing. We say that a picture is worth 1,000 words. A color picture is worth 10,000 words. A moving color picture, like movie, is worth 50,000 words. And taking a moving picture, like movie, is worth 10,000 words or more words in the transmission of information and or communication. But non-verbal communication takes a quantum jump beyond a talking, moving color picture, beyond colored movie. It is direct, instant experience and or immediate knowing transmitted from one intelligent energy system and received by another intelligent system. We called it a ball of information or road. It means that, for example, if I would like to tell something using non-verbal communication, I can make this road of knowledge and give it to somebody, and somebody will experience absolutely the same circumstances, and not only circumstances, but also everything what happened with me, including feelings and emotions. So it is like direct, people will direct re-experience of the same experience. And explorers and volunteers started to use it when going in other state of consciousness, being in out-of-body state, in out-of-body state, they started to use it. They make a picture in their mind, express their feelings in accordance with it. So they started to learn how to do it. And they exceeded, and after this, their communications with others, with other entities in other state of consciousness, started to be absolutely different. They learned more. And there are many stories of volunteers and explorers in this book. I will not tell you all of them. To make the story shorter, I will tell you only one story which happened with Robert Monroe. What I would like to recommend you, to go to YouTube and to find this book in your language. Because if you try to find it in English, I found it several months ago, but now it is deleted. It is deleted by Monroe Institute. But if you find the same far journeys in your language, maybe it will not be deleted, and you can have this audio book and to listen to it. But I can send you only the book which I have in paper, but not audio book from YouTube. Try it. I'm sure you will be successful. Okay, this story. One day, when Robert Monroe was very far away from the earth, he met somebody. And this somebody told, his name was BB, and he asked Robert to help him. He told such a story that he and his friend with the name AA, they both from planet KT95, and they went on bus tour to see to excursion to see different civilizations in different stars, different places in the universe. And the final point of interest of this excursion was so-called time-space illusion, amazing planet of time-space illusion. And the tour guide told them that be very cautious, because it is kind of dangerous, not go into this planet very close. Why? Because the density of this planet is so dense, is so big, that it will be dangerous for you, because we need to go back very soon. So they started, BB and AA, two friends, started to watch this planet of time-space illusion from the distance. They were in these layers which are around the Earth, and at some point they found an entry point where where entity goes to reincarnation. And there was a long line of entities to go to reincarnation. And suddenly AA told, I will go there. He said, Bibi told, no, we were told that not to do it. No, don't do this, let's be here. But AA was so excited that he decided to go. And he did not even notice that each person in this lane before entry point had an instruction, and an instruction which each should read very attentively before taking the final decision to go to this planet. It was said that after you will be reincarnated, you will forget completely where you are from and who you are. And you need to make a very good decision before going there. AA did not read it, he just went to reincarnation. And BB told this story to Robert Monroe and asked him, help me to find him, because I need to find him and to take him back to our planet of KT95. And because bus have already left, there is only me and my friend here. I need to find him. They started to go through all these layers they were around the Earth. They visited many different layers and had incredible adventures here. I will not tell you about it. Also, I hope that you will listen to this audiobook. Audiobook is like 7 hours. I have only 1 hour. So they at last then they go back, and at the entry point suddenly BB recognized AA. He was not in recognizable form, but nevertheless BB recognized him and told him, hey, AA, it is me, your friend, BB. Do you remember me? We come here from the planet KT95. AA told him, I don't know you. I don't know the planet KT95. I'm not going to any planet. I'm going back to the Earth. Why? Because I had the life of a woman. I lived in a very small, cold hut. I had 15 children. All the day I cooked food for them. My husband beat me every day with his club. He did not do anything. He did only hunting. He hunting every day and bring us a food, which I cooked every day. Out of 15 children, 10 died because of the diseases. Now I also died, and this death is like a releasing for me, because the life was so miserable, so hard. But I will go again. Now I will be a man. I will be strong man. I will do nothing. I will not cook. I will not take care about children. I will be a warrior. I will kill everybody. And he again dived back to the entry point to reincarnation. Bibi came to Robert and told, what to do? Let's go to the earth. We will. I know now where we can find him. So they went to the earth, and they saw a small group of people who are marching along the road, very dusty road, with their shields and swords. They were going to fight against enemies, and they coming into the ravine between two mountains. And Robert Monroe, watching it from above, saw that enemies were hidden in these mountains. And he was sure that this group of troops will be attacked and killed. And it happened. It really happened. Whenever this small group of warriors went into the ravine, enemies came from the above and killed almost all of them. And AA was among them, and his second body was out of his physical body, and BB, who was waiting for him, came to him and said, AA, come with me, come with me, come with me, we will go from this planet. But AA answered, no, I need to fight. And he tried to take his sword and shield to continue his battle. He could not do it because his hand goes through the metal. So he decided to continue his fight with his fists. He started to do this. His fists go through the people. He did not understand what is going on. Baby told him, let's go with me, let's go out of here. He said, no, I will not go with you. So BB and Robert Monroe left this scene and went again up very far above the earth in their other state of consciousness. And at this moment, Robert Monroe told, you know what, I need to go. I'm among of them. I live in another century, but I need to go to my physical body. And Bibi told, you know what, you was with me so many times, you helped me, I would like to do something for you. I have, when I was in this bus, in this tour bus, a tour guide gave us a ball of knowledge about this planet. I will share it with you. Robert said, I'm in a hurry, I need to go. He said, okay, take this ball of knowledge of non-verbal road, and then when you will have time, you will learn what it is there about your planet. Okay, Robert took it and went away to his physical body at his home. Then, a couple of days later, he opened this ball of knowledge, this road, and learned something which was he was in shock. I promised you that I will shock you. I will do it now. Because the knowledge was very different what we know about our planet. It was said that someone, somewhere, in that environment, somewhere, it was a very valuable thing with the name Lush. Lush requires, likes, needs, values, collects, drinks, eats, or uses as a drug a substance in ident lush. Lush is everything: electricity, oil, oxygen, gold, wheat, water, land, old coins, uranium, whatever. This substance, entities who lived in that civilization, they could not live without it. This is a rare substance in somewhere, and those who possess lush find it vital for everything it is used for very existence. And some somebody who lived there in this somewhere very far, they went to other stars, to other planets to find this lush, and it was very valuable. But someone decided to make it artificially, to create a garden and to grow this lush in this garden. So first of all, he found a planet that was very far from somewhere, and he created a proper atmosphere, because lush can be found only in atmosphere which is a carbon-oxygen cycle. When carbon goes to oxygen, oxygen backs to carbon. So he found a planet, then he created this atmosphere and decided to make to grow this lush. First crop was too small. The lush could be harvested only at the moment of termination of the lifespan, not one moment before. So the lush can be produced only when a unit which he created in the liquid part of the planet, only when this was the moment they were terminated, died. Then he decided to do second crop in the other environment, in gaseous rather than in liquid, so in the solid part of this planet. He created these units which were on one place, they could not move. Again, the result was not good. It was very small and not a good quality. Then he decided to do the third crop. He decided that creatures which he created will move. He called them mobiles. Lots of mobiles in liquid and in gaseous environment. He created lots of them of different forms. They were large, but they were very large in size. Large mobiles eat too much grass and trees. And he decided to eliminate them because he was just afraid that they ate all the units from the second crop, and they live so long, they did not die for a long time. So it was difficult to find a good lush. So he eliminated them at one click. The lush could be harvested only at the moment of termination of the lifespan, not one moment before. The conflict factor should be added, and someone added a conflict so that his creatures can be in constant conflict with each other in order to terminate to each other. Fourth crop in the other environment, in gaseous, was rather than liquid. The food chain of Earth's ecobiological system had been well established, because in fourth crop he created so many mobiles. They were small and medium and big, and they fight with each other and they kill each other. So the lush was good. It was in a good amount. And someone was glad. But then he decided to create, as a side experiment, he created one form of mobiles that was weak and ineffective. It was not like with animals who can run very quickly or fly or something else. He created some form on two vertical on two legs. And this experimental mobile had two distinct advantages, despite that it was weak and ineffective. First, it had the ability to eat and take energy from both the stationaries, like trees, and from the mobiles. Second, someone pulled forth a piece of himself as an intensive ultimate trigger to mobility. It will seek reunion with the infinite whole forever. So it will be like an engine that will push him to find the whole forever. And as someone is not here, it was impossible. Someone arranged lush collectors and special channels to transport lush to somewhere, because someone was from somewhere. So he created the team of collectors who came regularly to this planet, gather the crop, and transport it to somewhere. And someone was very glad, because now he had a good amount of lush, but not very good, of quality. Then sometimes he noticed that the best lush goes from a couple or a group interaction. So he decided that he will make this mobile, which is on two legs, that he will divide it and made that it will be man and woman, and they can interact, and they can have relationships and more emotions and more feelings. Because when they feel lonely, it was a very good quality of lush. That's why he decided that it will be not only that it will be two genders, male and female. The collectors have evolved a technology with tools for the harvesting of lush from the type 4A units. The most common have been named love, so they created this technology. Love, friendship, family, greed, hate, pain, guilt, disease, pride, ambition, ownership, possession, sacrifice. And on a larger scale, nations, wars, famine, don't know what this word, religion, machines, freedom, industry, trade, to list a few. So lush production is higher than ever before, because the special technology was provided for the units that were created by someone. I told you what it was. After reading this information, Robert Monroe was in shock. He could not do anything. He stopped all his explorations, all his out-of-body experiences. He did not want to go to any place where he visited before. He came a complete cycle of shock feelings: rejection, anger, depression, resignation, acceptance. He did not write anything in his journal. After several months, he wrote only these words. At sunset, Guernsey is the name of a corps. At sunset, Guernsey must go to the farm. There is a pain in her underside that tells her that Guernsey should go to the farm. At his place, up on the hill, it is cool and there is more food, and he will take the pain away. he, the owner of the farm. He will relieve the pain until morning. After that, the man will walk away with white water in a round container. The Guernsey does not know where he got the white water, nor why he desired it. Not knowing, she does not care. Robert Monroe was in shock about this information, but thinking about history of this planet, he remembered that it was wars, it was always wars, and the reason of this wars was different, religious, territory, power, whatever, but wars were always in human history. Also, he knew that there is really a good food chain in animals. Oh, that's it. So, it is not the end of the book. There are some other stories there, but I would like to stop here, because I would like you to think about this information, because it is very different from everything what we heard before. And I printed several, I have 5 printed copies of this knowledge, and I will send it to you by email. If you give me your emails, I will send you a book, the whole book, and these pages also. I have it, I left it on that room where we were now. Yes. Because there are several stories from the end I will tell you next time when I will talk about the 3rd book. But now I would like to stop here so that you will have so that you will be in a shock of this information and think about what you heard before. That's it. Thank you very much.
You guys have no questions?
Yes. Yes. Please ask me questions, because I read this book and maybe I will be able to answer your questions.
Example, luz. For example, sunrise is luz or no?
Luz. In one of the pictures.
Luz is everything, is the fluid.
Here.
No fluid.
Here is like emanation. It is like emanation from
Oxygen,
thoughts, from feelings, from emotions. It's emanation, what we emanate.
But he was shocked.
Our existence.
He was shocked with this information because if you go back on the slide and why that person create the planet.
No.
Go forward.
Forward.
One more.
Yeah, someone requires no, before that. Yeah, so
Yes.
someone requires like leads, values, collects, drinks, aids, or use the drugs. So this person, someone built all this because of the lush.
Yes, and after him are the people, I don't know, entities who lived in this somewhere. They started to do the same. They started to do the same. They started to create such gardens in other planets. So after it, several gardens, maybe many of them, are already created to collect lush. So we are not the only one now. But I know that there was a philosopher who told that we know that there is a food chain in the animal world, but we are on the top, but we do not believe that we are really on the top of the chain. It should be something who can eat us. What can we eat from us? It is lush. I looked in the dictionary.
Why you need that?
For their existence, for their existence. It was everything for them.
See?
Actually,
You see?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Confirmation from another book. Yeah. All right.
More questions?
Thank you, Natalia. Really good.